Hey there! Emma here from English Listening Tips. Today we're talking about simple English phrases you can use every day. Do you sometimes feel stuck when trying to speak English? Do you know many words but still struggle to make sentences? Don't worry. Today I'm going to share with you 10 easy phrases that will help you speak English right away. These are phrases real English speakers use every day. They're simple, they're useful, and they'll help you sound more natural when you speak. I've been collecting these phrases for years, listening to how people really talk in everyday situations. And now I'm sharing them with you. So grab something to write with, because these phrases might just change the way you speak English forever. Let's get started. Let's start with some phrases you can use when you meet someone. Phrase number 1, how's it going? This is a very common way to ask how are you in English. It's more casual and friendly. Let's understand this phrase better. How's is the short form of how is, and going refers to how things are proceeding in your life. So, how's it going literally means, how is your life proceeding? But native speakers use it simply to ask, how are you? What makes this phrase special is that it sounds much more natural and friendly than the textbook phrase, how are you? When you use how's it going, you immediately sound more like a native speaker. You can answer this question in many ways. Good, thanks. This is a simple, positive response. Not bad. This means things are okay, but not necessarily great. Pretty good. This means things are going well. Just fine. This means everything is normal, no problems. Listen to how it sounds in a conversation. Example, A. Hey, Sam, how's it going? B. Pretty good. How about you? A. Not bad, thanks. The phrase, how about you, is also important here. It's a short way to ask, how is it going for you? Always remember to ask this question back when someone asks how you are. Try using this instead of how are you next time you meet a friend. Phrase number 2, nice to meet you. Nice meeting you. When you meet someone for the first time, you say nice to meet you. When you say goodbye after meeting for the first time, you can say nice meeting you. The difference is small but important. Nice to meet you uses the present tense and is said during the first meeting. Nice meeting you uses the gerund form, ing, and refers to the meeting that is now ending. Let's practice. Nice to meet you when you first meet. Nice meeting you when you say goodbye. Example, A. This is my friend Kate. B. Hi Kate, I'm John. Nice to meet you. Later. B. I have to go now. Nice meeting you, Kate. You can also add the word really to make it stronger. Really nice to meet you. This shows you are especially happy to meet the person. One important note, you only use these phrases the first time you meet someone. If you meet them again later, you would say something like, nice to see you again, instead. Phrase number 3. Sorry, I didn't catch that. When someone speaks too fast or you don't understand what they said, this phrase is perfect. The word catch here doesn't mean to physically catch something with your hands. In this context, catch means to hear and understand. So, I didn't catch that means, I didn't hear or understand what you said. This is much better than saying, I don't understand, because it sounds more natural and doesn't make you seem like you don't know English. It simply suggests you missed what they said, perhaps because they spoke too quickly or too quietly. Example, A. Speaking too fast. B. Sorry, I didn't catch that. A. I said the meeting starts tomorrow. B. Oh, I see, thank you. You can also vary this phrase slightly. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Adding quite makes it softer. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't catch it. Asking directly for repetition. This phrase is extremely useful for English learners because it gives you a natural way to ask someone to repeat themselves without feeling embarrassed. Phrase number 4, could you speak more slowly, please? This is a very polite way to ask someone to slow down when they speak too fast. The structure, could you, is a polite way to make requests in English. It's more polite than can you or will you. Adding please at the end makes it even more polite. When you use this phrase, most native speakers will immediately understand that you're learning English and will try to help by speaking more clearly. Example, A. So basically, the procedure for filing the documentation requires that you submit Form A7 before the end of the fiscal year and then B. Sorry, could you speak more slowly, please? I'm still learning English. A. Oh, of course, I'll slow down. You can also use variations of this phrase. Could you speak a bit more slowly, please? Adding a bit makes it sound softer. Would you mind speaking more slowly? Another very polite form. Remember, most people are happy to help when you ask politely. Never be afraid to use this phrase when you need it. Phrase number 5, I'm just looking, thanks. When you go into a shop and don't need help from the staff, this is the perfect phrase. The word just here is important because it limits what you're doing. It means only or simply. You're only looking, not buying yet. The thanks at the end keeps it friendly and polite. This phrase is useful because in many shops, especially in English-speaking countries, staff will often approach customers and ask if they need help. If you're not ready for help yet, this phrase lets them know in a friendly way. Example: shop worker. Hello, can I help you find anything today? You. I'm just looking, thanks. This tells them you don't need help right now, but in a friendly way. The shop worker will usually respond with something like, okay, let me know if you need any help, and leave you alone to browse. If you later decide you do want help, you can approach the staff and say, excuse me, could you help me please? Or, actually, I have a question. Phrase number 6, could I have the bill please? When you finish eating at a restaurant and want to pay, use this phrase. The bill is the paper that shows how much you need to pay for your food and drinks. In British English, they say bill, while in American English, they often say check instead. Both words mean the same thing. The structure, could I have gukukal, is a polite way to request something. Adding please at the end makes it even more polite. Example: you. Excuse me, could I have the bill please? Server. Of course, I'll bring it right away. This phrase is better than just saying the bill please because it uses the polite form could I have, which sounds more respectful. You might also hear variations like, could we have the check please? In American English or when speaking for a group, may I have the bill please? Even more formal. We're ready for the bill when you have a moment. Very polite way. Remember, in most restaurants, you need to ask for the bill. Servers often won't bring it until you ask, as they don't want to rush you. Phrase number 7, what do you do? This is how English speakers ask about someone's job. In English, this short question, what do you do, specifically means, what is your job? Or, what is your profession? It's a common question when meeting someone new, especially in adult conversations. Example: A. So, what do you do? B. I work in IT, I'm a software developer. How about you? A. I'm a teacher. You can answer this question in several ways. I work in field. Example: I work in healthcare. I'm a job title. Example: I'm a nurse. I work as a job title. Example: I work as an accountant. I work for company name. Example: I work for Microsoft. If you're a student, you can say, I'm a student. I'm studying subject. It's also polite to ask the other person about their job after answering by saying, how about you? Or, what about you? This phrase is very common in small talk and is considered an appropriate question when meeting someone new in most English-speaking countries. Phrase 8. How is your weekend? This is a great phrase for Monday mornings. It's a friendly way to start a conversation with classmates or coworkers. This question is asking about the person's activities and experiences during their weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It's a very common conversation starter at work or school on Monday mornings. Example: A. Hi Sarah, how was your weekend? B. It was good. I went to the beach with my family. How about yours? A. C. Mine was quiet. I just stayed home and watched movies. You can answer with, it was good. A positive general response. Not bad. It was okay, but maybe not special. It was okay. Neutral response. Really nice. Very positive response. It was busy. You did many things. It was relaxing. You rested a lot. And then you can add a short sentence about what you did. Remember to ask about their weekend too by saying, how about yours? Or what about your weekend? This question is perfect for small talk because it's personal, but not too personal. It's easy to answer briefly or in more detail. It shows interest in the other person. It gives both people something easy to talk about. Phrase 9. Can I get back to you on that? Use this when someone asks you a question and you need more time to think or check information. Get back to you means to return to someone later with an answer or information. This phrase is useful when you can't give an immediate answer, but will provide one later. The phrase is more polite than simply saying, I don't know, because it promises a response in the future. It shows that you're taking the question seriously and will give a proper answer when you can. Example: A. Do you want to come to my party next Saturday? B. Can I get back to you on that? I need to check my schedule first. A. Sure, no problem. You can use this phrase in many situations. When invited to an event and you need to check your calendar. when asked a work question that requires research, when someone asks to borrow something and you need to check if it's available, when asked to make a decision that you need to think about. It's important to actually follow up later with an answer, as promised when you use this phrase. Phrase 10. It slipped my mind. This is a nice way to say you forgot something. Slip means to slide or fall accidentally. Mind here refers to your thoughts or memory. So, it slipped my mind creates an image of something accidentally falling out of your memory, a more colorful and natural way to say I forgot. This expression sounds more natural and slightly more apologetic than just saying I forgot. It suggests the forgetting was accidental, not intentional. Example, A. Did you call the doctor like I asked? B. Oh no, I'm sorry, it completely slipped my mind. You can add words to make this phrase stronger. It completely slipped my mind. Total forgetting. It just slipped my mind. Happened without intention. Sorry, it slipped my mind. Adding an apology. This is a good phrase to use when you want to apologize for forgetting something without sounding too formal. It's commonly used between friends, family members, and colleagues. Now let's learn a few more useful phrases that will help you sound more natural when speaking English. Bonus phrase 1. I'm not sure, but I think. This is great when you want to give an opinion but aren't 100% certain. This phrase helps you express uncertainty while still providing information. It's useful because it protects you from being wrong. You've already admitted you're not completely sure. Example, A. What time does the movie start? B. I'm not sure, but I think it starts at 7:30. This phrase is better than simply saying, I think, because it clearly communicates your level of certainty. It's honest and helps set appropriate expectations. You can also use variations. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe. I'm not 100% certain, but I think. I could be wrong, but I think. Bonus phrase 2. Would you mind if I. This is a very polite way to ask permission to do something. Would you mind is an indirect question form that's more polite than direct questions like can I or may I. The phrase literally asks if something would bother the other person. Example, would you mind if I open the window? Would you mind if I sat here? The correct response to would you mind if I is no, not at all. This means you can do it. Go ahead. This means you can do it. Actually, I'd prefer if you didn't. This means you cannot do it. This can be confusing because saying no actually means yes, you can do it. No, I don't mind. This is one of the polite language patterns that can be tricky for English learners. Bonus phrase 3. I was wondering if. This is a gentle way to make a request or ask a question. This phrase starts with the past continuous tense, I was wondering, which makes the request sound less direct and therefore more polite. It suggests you've been thinking about this for some time, not just asking on impulse. Example, I was wondering if you could help me with this exercise. I was wondering if the store is open on Sundays. This phrase is perfect when asking for a favor, making a polite inquiry, starting a potentially sensitive conversation, making a suggestion in a very gentle way. It sounds much more polite than direct questions like, can you help me? Or is the store open on Sundays? Bonus phrase 4. That sounds good. Use this to agree with a suggestion or plan. This phrase expresses agreement and approval. The word sounds is interesting here. You're saying that the idea sounds good to you based on how someone described it. Example, A. Let's meet at the cafe at 3 p.m. B. That sounds good. I'll see you there. You can modify this phrase to show different levels of enthusiasm. That sounds great. Very enthusiastic. That sounds fine. Neutral agreement. That sounds like a plan. Firm agreement. That sounds perfect. Complete agreement. This phrase is better than just saying yes or okay because it sounds more engaging and shows more active participation in the conversation. Bonus phrase 5. I'll give it a try. Use this when you're willing to attempt something new. Give it a try means to attempt something without promising success. It shows willingness to experiment with something new. Example, A. Have you ever tried sushi? B. No, but I'll give it a try. This phrase is useful because it shows openness to new experiences. It doesn't commit you to liking something, just trying it. It sounds more positive than I'll try alone. It's commonly used by native speakers. You can also say, I'll give that a try, referring to a specific thing. I might give it a try. Less commitment. I'll definitely give it a try. More enthusiasm. So there you have it, 10 simple phrases, plus 5 bonus phrases that will help you speak English more naturally every day. Here's the conclusion of all the phrases we had today. How's it going? Nice to meet you. Nice meeting you. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you speak more slowly, please? I'm just looking, thanks. Could I have the bill, please? What do you do? How was your weekend? Can I get back to you on that? It slipped my mind. And our bonus phrases? I'm not sure, but I think... Would you mind if I was wondering if... That sounds good. I'll give it a try. Remember, learning English is a journey. You don't need to learn everything at once. Start with a few phrases and practice them until they become natural. Try using just one new phrase tomorrow, then add another the next day. Soon, you'll be surprised how much more natural your English sounds. Which phrase do you think you'll use first? Try practicing it right now. Until next time, keep practicing your English every day. And please give a like and subscribe to the channel to receive more English tips from me. Also give me any ideas, recommendations, what the next video should be about, and I'm also open for any feedback. Thank you for watching.